This is your Sleepless Squad back with the monster of Auschwitz. Uh, I know I've been gone for a little bit. I took a little bit of a break because of, well, it was my birthday and I want to have a little bit of fun, but well, it is. No one cares. But last time we left off, Gabriel, our main character, was basically training, Magneto or Max that we just learned as well, and also, uh, Xavier to be more offensive and defensive, and learning that there are different moral things as well. That Magneto is not just war based, but also peace based, and Xavier is not just peace based; he's also war based. Both of them worked on offensive and defense way. Oh, sorry. With that though, they also both understood that sometimes you got to go to war, and if you got to go to war, you better win. With that though, they just started getting mutants into the school and all that stuff, uh, and then that's when Gabriel went in separate ways with the school, still saving mutants, but put Xavier on the top of the line. Mystique went with someone else at that time. Went to a different, separated, and Magneto did as well, getting a wife and a kid. After that, though, a friend of Magneto's and Gabriel's came back from hiding with energy absorbing powers, and that's where we left off last time. So let's begin the what if. So what's going on right now is Magneto has left his house. He's going back, back to the old place. See, Gabriel didn't say this to Xavier himself, but he has a house on the outskirts of the place-ish area where him and Magneto meet sometimes. Obviously Xavier, both of them could. Xavier, especially with his high level ability to read minds better than he normally can, could definitely take it out of their systems, but Xavier's not that type of person. So what's going on is Magneto walks into the place. He has kind of a rusty beard. His hair is kind of short still. I never really liked it long. But he looks at him and says, "Is it who I think it is?" Gabriel looks at him and says, "Oh, it's definitely who you think it is." As Magneto looks at Gabriel and says, "I want my first shot at him." He says, "No, no, no." As he grabs the table and looks at him in his eyes, he leans over and he says, "We tell the group, we do not go alone." Curls his fingers and he looks at him and he says, remember rage. I told you don't need to use it all the time." He says, "I know, but I'm not. The past still haunts me." He says, "Me as well. That man killed my brother. I am willing to rip him to fucking pieces for what he did. But we have to do this tactically, in a smart era of tacticalness. like tactical turtlenecks. Tactical turn. Sorry, Archer. Got me every time. Tactical turtlenecks. The tactical neck. It's a tactical. God damn it, my sense of humor has dropped so much. Oh, fuck. But this is when they go to Xavier. Now, Xavier is starting to run the school again, starting to bring up the students in multiple different ways. It is less strict than it was before. Like, you must be a hero, you must do this. He says, heroes are nice, but we're not heroes. He says, we are monsters. He says that to all the students, and all the students, like, the first time they say, what? Like, monsters? Like, I'm not a monster, I'm a human. You're not a human, though. You're a mutant, you're different. And I want you to know that. He doesn't state that you're the same as a person, because you're not the same as every other person. You're different, and that makes you interesting. Not every person is the same as you. Your mutation is different than him, and you're different, and we are not heroes. We do not save. We save, but we do not save the enemy. They're a lot different than they were. They're like, we need to save, blah blah blah. You know, like, no. If you like Xavier is very more like open-minded with that thing of like, if option goes to option, kill them. If they're not going to change, and you know they're not going to change, kill them. We are not judge, jury, and execution. That is the law. But you know, if it's not going to be a part of law, sometimes you got to take it in your own hands. Sometimes. And this is Gabriel kind of going off of him, saying, "Hey, like, yes, we are not judge, jury, and execution. When the citizens get mad at us because the villains break out, that's not fucking our problem. That's their problem. They deal with the justice system, not us. But sometimes, if we're fighting someone and they're hurting and they're winning because they're fighting all out because they're going to kill us, sometimes you got to fight all out like you're going to die. Like, you got to try to kill them sometimes. When Magneto and Gabriel walk in, Xavier just stops. Because he has he's like the only teacher there who teaches every single subject: math, social studies, science, every subject. Like, every subject. And he stops his lectures. My patriots have came here to talk to you guys as well. As he looks around the entire class, and he's in his nice suit. Like, everyone, stay quiet, stay organized. I'm gonna go outside and work on your stuff. And he walks outside. Everyone does. Everyone stays quiet. Everyone respects him. And he looks over and he says, "So, what's going on?" As Magneto looks at him and says, "Do you want to tell him or do you want me?" He says, "I'll do it." So, we found someone. Found someone who is very dangerous. Found someone that's going to hurt a lot of people. And found someone that's might be not the safest person. He says, so we're putting in the X-Force then. So, as Magneto takes a deep breath and says, you remember that, you mean that stupid fucking name that you called us when we were kids? X-Force. X-Men. Oh, God damn it. And we're just here because we want you to call Mystique. He says, why me? He's like, you've always had better company with Mystique. You've always talked to Mystique a lot better. You've always been better with Mystique than us two. Please. As we call Mystique, as he calls Mystique, as Mystique is now in you see a more dim, darkish room. See some light shining as you see a man sleeping in a bed next to her. uh, as she is in her full blue form, she's not like in like a human form at all. As she sees her phone ring in the side of the bed. As she answers the phone, it says, "You better have a good damn reason, Charles, to call my ass. Because if you don't, I'm gonna fucking kill you." As Charles is like, mission, killing someone, part of the German military service back in World War II. Killed Gabriel's brother. Killed Magneto's, or like his actual name, mom. I'll be there in 30. She hangs up the phone. She says, "I got her." She's like, "Damn, that was quick." And then he's like, "So, what is it?" He's like, "We figured out that he's going to have a submarine around 8:30 to 8:45 tomorrow morning in the East Coast, and I need you to. She has a empath. I need you to block my mind from her." Shrugs his shoulders. "I can do it." I says, "I know you can. I trust you. Now, with me and Gabriel, I'm going to grab the submarine and lift it up. Gabriel is going to rip in and try to kill him." As Charles looks at him and says, "I agree with this plan but the only thing I don't agree with is, why do we need Mystique then?" He says, "Extra coverage." As you hear you hear a knock at the door. It's like, that must be her. They open the door, as they see two people. Mystique in her blue form, not changing any human face or anything like that, with Gabriel open the door. So, not Millar, but Gabriel can see two Glock 9s at her side, and a short sword at her back. As he looks over, as he sees a guy. That is roughest sense of the word. Man, guy. More like a monkey. A little bit tall, around 6'7", because Gabriel's not short. Gabriel's 6'3", and he still towers a little bit above him. Very hairy, with blue hair, and he says, "Oh, it must be Gabriel. My name is I guess we do co-names here. Well, my name is the Beast." As Mystique looks at them and says, "So, where are we going?" As they all look at each other and says, "Well, before we even ask about, well, who the fuck is this guy?" Gabriel points at him. He's like, "Oh, well," he's like, he's my boyfriend." As Charles and Charles and Magneto are like older brothers. They're like boyfriend. This Charles is like, what is your? It's like, "Oh, well, I have a PhD in science and other qualities as well." He's trying not to brag. He's like, "Oh, PhD. Can you rip the sky in half for my sister? You think you can hold it up? Can you?" I think it's like Gabriel's like, "Wait, don't, no." Then as he grabs, grabs him and just looks at him and just says, I raised this girl, so break her heart, I break your dick. As like Mystique's like, Dad, no. He's like, Mom. He's like, okay. It's like, so he will be, he's our chemical slash science, sorry, I said words wrong. Builder. He says, oh, yes, well, more of a building type materials, but I feel like we can handle that. As they said, okay, game on then. As they all start hunting him down, they finally find him in his submarine. As they when they try to grab him, something bad happens. A little bit. See, when Magneto tries to lift up the submarine, they made it when they were making the metal, they made it into a non-mimetic metal. Something that can't be lifted up easily, so he has to put more effort into it. The empath was instantly countered. So, like the Crystal Lady, she turned herself into crystals and tried to break into Magneto's mind to try to, try to do some stuff. Instantaneously shot back, and also even those crystals are very, very helpful trying to block back empaths. Charles don't really have to break into your mind anymore to do stuff. He just has to show you images of horrible things. But they didn't. She still escaped with the bad guy only because of the U.S. fucking U.S. Police officers and the U.S. government itself breaking in, because they've been searching on this man as well, because they realize he is a global threat and he's going to kill a lot of people. With those four, technically, because the Beast wasn't captured, obviously he left. Obviously, Mystique was like, "Go, let go. You're our only hope. You're literally a fucking. You have literally the ability to be more smarter than any person. Please go." And he left, obviously, because I think he's also a legal lawyer as well. And then all three of them were put into custody. And this is where they go into and start talking to the U.S. government. But as we're going to end it off here, hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.